everyone, welcome to my first ever YouTube video on my new channel. I've come to that point in quarantine where I'm extremely bored. This was a last minute decision. I was literally like, I'm gonna make my Reading Rush TBR. I'm gonna film it. So, welcome. Everyone take a seat. Everyone keep the noise to a moderate level and let's begin. This is my third or fourth year doing Reading Rush. Last year was my first time reading 7 books in 7 days, and this year I thought I wouldn't have a problem doing it, but right now I'm in a reading slump. But hopefully it'll stimulate my reading juices and get me reading again, because I haven't read in like 2 months. I thought I was gonna start this week, but I've read like 40 pages of the book I'm currently reading. But I'm gonna quickly get in my TBR. I don't want to be here all day. So the first book for the first prompt, which is not in the order that's announced on the YouTube video or on the Instagram page, but the first prompt for the first book is to read a book not set in your continent. I currently live in North America, and this book takes place in a fictional country in Africa. This is the third book in the Reluctant Royal series by Alyssa Cole, A Prince on Paper. It follows two characters. I don't remember the girl. She may be from the first book, and then the guy, I think he's from the second. He's from the second book. I know he's from the second book because he was one of my favorite characters from that book. I think this follows a fake dating, fake marriage, fake engagement, something along those lines. I need to catch up on the series because I need to read a novella before I get to this one. But I'm excited to read this, and then I'll be ready for her next series because I think she's coming out with a new royal series. But I really enjoyed this one so far, so I'll be excited to read this during the reading rush. The next one is to read a book that's the color of your birthstone. I was born in June, so the book I chose is The Black Flamingo by Dean Atta. Everybody and their mother and their mama has been talking about this book. I heard about it's been on my wish list for a long time, and I've recently heard everybody talking about it now. I didn't know it was written in verse until I saw somebody say it was written in verse in their YouTube video. So this will probably be a quick read during the reading rush. Since this is my first YouTube video, one thing you don't know about me is that I don't know what a lot of these books on my TBR are about, because I know what they're about when I initially purchased them, but I don't reread the synopsis after they've been on my shelf. But I know vaguely what they're about for me to be interested in picking them up, because they wouldn't be on my shelves if I weren't interested in them. But the vague synopsis of this book is about a boy. I think he's going to university, and he becomes introduced to the drag queen scene, and he has experiences in drag queenness himself. So this is going to be a very quick read, and I've heard really good things about it. Can't wait to read this. The next prompt is to read a book outside of your home. I know there's a lot of controversy about this prompt, but I have a backyard porch that I'll be reading on, so it won't be a problem for me, but anybody else can figure out a way to get around this prompt if you don't have the same access. But the book I choose to read is Running with Lions by Julian Winters. I have no idea what this is about. I think it's about a new kid at school joins a soccer team. So I said soccer, outside, quarantine. I'll read this, and it's quite thin, a little. And Julian Winters, I pre-ordered his book that's supposed to come out, I think it's September. And I have both of his books on my bookshelf, and I haven't read either one. So I want to read both of those before that one comes out. But Running with Lions by Julian Winters for reading a book outside of your house. The next book is to how was that prompt worded? It was the first book you touch. So the way I interpreted this prompt was to choose the book that's been on my bookshelves the longest, that hasn't been read, obviously, and I chose Witchwood by Tahara Mafi. I think it's a companion to Furthermore. I read Furthermore but I wasn't a big fan of it. It was okay. I think I gave it 3 stars. But this one interests me way more than Furthermore. Like the storyline about a girl dressed in dead bodies. That sounds so interesting. But I can't wait to read this. It's very beautiful. I think the reason that I got Furthermore was in order to read this anyway. So I can't wait to read this. The next prompt is to read something you don't usually read. And the genre I really enjoy but don't read a lot of is thrillers, mystery novels. And so for that prompt, I chose The Shadows by Alex North. Oh my goodness, the gold on this is beautiful. But I don't know what this is about. I just got this for the book of the month this month or last month. The months are blending. But I chose this book because I read his first book, Whisper Man, and I really enjoyed that one. So I'm excited to read this one. Don't know what it's about. I apologize if you're interested. I'm sure you'll be able to find a summary somewhere, but I don't know what it's about. But I know it's scary. Look at it. It has to be scary, right? Okay. The next prompt is to read a book that starts with the, and that is The Mothers by Britt Bennett. Is what I chose. I don't know what this is about either. Oh my goodness, this is bad. I think this is a generation. I don't want to say anything and it may be wrong. These are books that have been on my shelf for a while. But no, this one hasn't. I got this one because I wanted to read her book that just came out a couple months ago. And so I picked this one up as well. I was like, oh, I've heard of this book, but I don't know what it's about. But I've seen it, and she wrote that one. But her other book, I think, that just came out is about passing, and I really want to read that. But I want to read this one first. I have a thing. Anyway, this is The Mothers by Britt Bennett, and it takes care of the prompt for reading a book that starts with the. I had a lot of books that start with the. This was probably my hardest prompt to choose a book for. But I chose this one. Can't wait. And the last prompt was to read a book that inspired a movie. No, that was inspired by a movie. I don't remember how that was worded, but how I interpreted it was to read a book that you've seen the movie to first. And I chose a graphic novel, which is The Scooby Apocalypse, Volume 1, which is a graphic novel based on the Scooby-Doo movie TV series that was later an amazing movie. But this has been on my shelf for probably a year, and I haven't read it yet. This is a perfect time. I think this is the only thing on my shelf that could be used for this prompt. So it came in clutch. Can't wait to read this. This is probably going to be really funny. I imagine it to be funny, but I have no idea. It may not. It may be a serious take on Scooby-Doo. We have no idea. But we're going to find out during the reading rush. June 20th to the 27th. I mean, not June. Oh my gosh. July 20th. It starts July 20th. So I can't wait. Hopefully this year I will read 7 books again. But I don't know how my reading stuff is going. Hopefully it happens. But that's all of my books. I can't wait to read them. Oh, I'm knocking things over. Ugh. 7 books. These are a lot of books. I feel like I need to go look at last year's TBR because I feel like my books last year were a lot smaller and a lot easier to read in 7 days. But I may be wrong. I had audiobooks last year too. I don't know if I think I had 2 audiobooks last year. I'm rambling. But those are my books that I'm reading for the reading rush this year. Oh, and one of my books came in from Book Depository already that I ordered from the reading rush list. Y'all go check it out. It's 10% off. And it benefits the reading rush so they're able to continue. And I also ordered a mug. I can't wait for it to get here. And I'm rambling again. But this has been Lauren. I realized I did not introduce myself at the beginning of this video. But hi, my name is Lauren. And this is my first booktube video, if you cannot tell. And thank you for watching. I don't know if I'll ever do this again because this was a result of boredom. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a nice day or night, wherever you are. Be happy. Live safely. Wear a mask. I don't want to tell you to be happy. That sounds forceful. You can be sad. It's okay to be sad. Oh my goodness. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.